Hey everyone, good morning to you. My name is Ty Diaz. Welcome to Vail Daily Live. Today is Saturday, the 7th of August. That's right. And this time of year, though a lot of us are used to that feeling of a season change, it could also take a lot of us by surprise as, we have that extreme heat wave that experienced, the 90s one day, and then the next day it feels like fall. But at the same time, you think to yourself, when do we get to break out all those summers from the deals and the savings that we found at the outlets of Silverthorne? Well, I decided to break one out again, but now not just for the sake of fashion, but because it feels like fall outside. Looking outside of the studios here at Vail Daily Live, seeing that flat light, we have the return of the haze in our atmosphere, and it only poses the question that a lot of us have yet to find the answers to, and maybe we're really not looking for the answer. Where is this haze coming from anyway? I think we're just kind of comfortable with the question and just kind of leave it at that. But we haven't heard anything about fires in our area recently, but we're still dealing with the flash flood watch, the damage that happened to us just a few weeks in a row, where it washes out neighborhoods, washes out hillsides, washes out the interstate I-70 through Glenwood Canyon that remains closed as we speak. But it also has turned for drivers into an adventurous time on the interstate for that drive, the reroute that is. So as we've been following the news down in Denver, the Front Range, they've talked about how from Denver to areas of Glenwood Springs and Aspen, how a trip like that could be anywhere from 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, has turned into 10 hours, but it's also creating huge impact on roadways that are not necessarily intended for the level of interstate traffic that's heading through there now, like Cottonwood Pass. But looking in today's newspaper, maybe you're following the news and you see what Cottonwood Pass looks like, other than the flaggers standing there, just helping that single lane traffic make their way going one direction or the other to make their efforts into Aspen or Glenwood Springs and or vice versa this way. The views are looking fantastic. And now I'm so curious myself about Cottonwood Pass, but it's not like I want to make that trek in this kind of traffic. But also considering how to get to Aspen, you can go through Minturn, take Highway 24 into Leadville, drop into Independence Pass, gorgeous drive. Take some pictures while you're there. Send it to us here at Vail Daily Live. We would love to see your adventures while just getting around the hazards and the cleanup. We'd love to see what's going on there. Speaking of going on, again, today's Saturday, the 7th of August. We have Charli, we have Bratzo, they're in Avon, they're in Beaver Creek, a lot going on. And so we also have Meredith, and we're going to try something new on the show. Well, everything we do on the show is new. This is a new show. We have Meredith, who's out at Piney Ranch. And if you've never heard of it, that's a place where you could do some great hikes. There's rumor of a waterfall. I've done that one many times. I've never made it to the waterfall. But you can also host your weddings out there, do some camping out there, just explore. But the drive itself to Piney Ranch, you could lose a feeling, but it's gorgeous. But it's a bumpy ride. I'm sure we all could agree. We have, like I said, Charli. She's in Avon. I'm not sure if you know it, but there's art festivals everywhere all summer long, and it certainly is made for a fun summer. Art just means everything, like music to us. It is life. So we're going to speak with Charli. She has a couple of interviews about the Avon Arts Festival. What's interesting about this, just to let you know, this is the same art festival that normally happens in Beaver Creek, but now it's made its way into Avon and the park and Lake Street, the road there. We'll be checking with Charli here shortly. We have an artist profile with Diana Ahrens of the Avon Arts Festival. So that should be fun. Maybe we can ask some tough questions like, how much for this painting? Hey, so where's the sculpture? Anything in woodworking? Can you fix my necklace? Stuff like that. Art profile with Scott Gerber as well. Bratzo is in Beaver Creek. We're going to find out all things in Beaver Creek, what's really cool about Beaver Creek. And I love going up there, seeing the families walking around, checking in the art installations in Beaver Creek. And there's a cool little bus that Bratzo was standing by nearby in Beaver Creek. That bus goes by the name of Chips. And we'll tell you more about that throughout the show and finding out what Bratzo discovers. And then there's me. I will have a conversation. I was at Splendido in Beaver Creek. I spoke with Matt McConnel to talk about this Chateau owner resident restaurant. Fun place to dine, and we're going to give you a little expose about their wine and their dining and the features, and just give you a good look at the place before all the seats are filled, and then of course you can have the opportunity to make a reservation. But let's take a look right now outside over at Vail. Want to do that? All right, very good. I am asked all the time, what does it look like right now this time of the morning? And I'm, if your friends text you from another town or city, I'm sure you normally respond by saying, I'm still in bed. I have no idea. Well, these folks aren't. As you can see, we have hoodies on, that cooler temperatures going on. We have the shorts, so we're still catching those fall, winter kind of a vibe out there. Look how that haze in the atmosphere is casting somewhat like an eclipse onto the ground, that same color, that hue, It's a unique kind of a shine on the ground there. Vail's looking like it's waking up slowly. Looking for breakfast this morning in Vail. There's a bunch of places to choose from. I guess a lot of the businesses have been paying attention to our show as we've been looking for breakfast, and I could use some of that right now myself. We're also going to be looking at sharing with you the fact that the Best of Vail is still going on. Your opportunity to nominate. The end date was the 6th of August, but they extended it through tomorrow, where you can nominate your favorite art and activities, places for food and drink, retail and services. Plenty to be active about. But what we're sharing with you on the show, as far as the locations of the hosts of the show, Avon and Beaver Creek, that's not all that's happening up and down the valley. In Minturn, we have the farmers market, but I also found that there's an art festival going on there too. It goes by the name of Affordable Art Fair. Yeah, this one, it's their first annual. So there's a lot of firsts going on around here, but there you can find, if we can put that back up, it's absolutely free. It's family friendly. It's had a few dates where it's happened. There's another one coming up, as well as the farmers market. That's happening today too. Charli was just there a few weeks ago with her son, and they did some discovery. They found food there. People just got to see Charli's baby, her son. What a cute baby. And, just let's get out in the day today. Speaking of Charli, she's in Avon, and she's been waiting for this. And man, Charli, where you are in Avon, and we see this happen all the time. When did they ever put an art festival tent city together? We never really see how it happens. But behind you, everything's ready to go. It's just very Hollywood set-like. What's going on where you are?
Good morning, Ty. Nice to see you this morning. It's quite chilly out here in Avon, but we're here on Lake Street in Avon, and yes, we have the Festival of the Arts, and it starts today 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it ends tomorrow, so it's all weekend. Both days are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Free admission, which is awesome. And so it's presented by Howard Allen Events Colorado Tour, and it's the nation's largest outdoor art festival, and he produces the same one in Beaver Creek, which has been running for 30 plus years. And so that's really cool. It's an annual summer art festival. There's other shows that include the Downtown Aspen Art Festival and the annual showcase in Frisco, just to name a few. And they're all free to the public, so it's really great. Everyone should come on down and see what they have. They're just setting up this tent, so I haven't really seen too much of the items to offer yet, or too much of the art, but I can't wait. And so this past year, since COVID, and they hadn't had any art shows, the artists have been really busy creating entirely new styles and pieces, and even entire new collections. So we're going to be interviewing with Diana and Scott later on, and they can show us some of their wonderful stuff. But I'm going to also bring you a weather report, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And weather report is brought to you by Beverage, fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris. And so today you can expect mostly sunny skies with areas of smoke, humidity around 26%. The highs are looking of around the low 70s. Tonight you can expect clear skies with an overnight low of around mid-40s, southwest winds of 5 to 11 miles per hour. An outlook for the rest of the week is looking really nice, warm temperatures, higher 70s, lows of the high 40s, mostly sunny every day. So I would definitely start your day with a warmer jacket. Like I said, it's around 48 here in Avon, and Eagles 50, Edwards 46, Avon 50, Vail 48. And so it is a little chilly, so bring on your jacket, but then it is supposed to really warm up, and not expecting any rain today. No chance of thunderstorms.
What's amazing about that, and we say this all the time, Charli, I thank you very much, when it comes to the weather and no chance of showers, somewhere a microburst comes out of nowhere, just a mysterious cloud, some mysterious sprinkles on your windshield, and sometimes you think, am I behind someone else's vehicle? Are they hitting the spray button on their car and it's splashing back to yours? But then when you make it to the traffic light, or if you pull into a shopping plaza, you look over that plaza and there's just that one lone cloud and the shower is coming down. It's a magical place. I like the way that you're dressed this morning. Did you bring your QR code Venmo so you could do a little art shopping out there? And when you do go to art festivals, what is it what attracts you at art festivals?
I just love all the different unique things that you may find that you've never seen before. I like to see what all different artists create, and I'm really excited that they've all created new things and new styles and techniques since the pandemic. I always feel, that you have to find the silver lining. And through the pandemic, you know, for myself, teaching and coaching figure skating via Zoom, dryland was just another technique I had to learn. And so I think I'm excited to see what they have brought this art festival and what different things we can see that we may have never seen before. So the bright colors and all the different stuff on offer.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we look forward to exploring the art festival as those canopies become opened. And the art festival begins at 10 o'clock, goes until 5 o'clock. It's, again, the same art festival that was usually found in Beaver Creek, but now it's the first annual, and it's being hosted in Avon. That's where Charli is, right there next to the park. You can't miss it because, well, all the indicators are there. The art tents. Let's go to Beaver Creek right now. This is where the art festival, like we just shared with you, normally happens, but you can still find art and installation artists, an artist showcase in Beaver Creek. Bratzo's there right now. And where you're standing, galleries all around you, Bratzo, and art as well, just in the design of Beaver Creek. What's going on where you are?
Well, hanging out here, it's just me and me, man. You know what? Everybody seems to be still sleeping, Ty. You know, it's a little chill morning. It's a little cold. They just turned the water on right behind me. And it's nobody, man. I didn't see anybody yet.
You know, it's really nice, Bratzo in Beaver Creek, because I've stood there like you this time of the morning for years reporting, right? And it's quiet in Beaver Creek. It's kind of ghostly. You see the statues. You look again to see if they're moving. But then they turn the waterfall on, and then you're comforted. You don't feel alone. That's where the energy comes alive, and then you could just sense any moment now, people are going to be walking out of these buildings, and the day is going to begin. You see any runners, any people on cycles, bikes, any dog walking yet?
Well, I saw one lady with this beautiful Bernice walking by. That's it. But I'm here. I just came to the ice rink first. And, you know, if I go uphill into the bottom of the mountain, I think people's runs there is a little bit more traffic at this time of the day. So I'll be checking in. I'll be looking for Chris Pryor and the Vail Coffee and Tea Company very soon here. You know, I need one of those. It's a cold morning, man. I think this is the coldest I've been this year so far at this time.
Well, there are colder days ahead. The year we're just past the halfway mark. I mean, think about fall, think about winter.
Good morning.
But there you go. And that's another thing that happens in the morning. When people walk by, if we're waking up to remember to say good morning, or if we even are waking up to notice that someone else just happens to walk by that time of the morning. Looks like she found coffee this morning. We'll check back in with Bratzo here shortly to find out if he finds breakfast as well, if he's going to get the usual, because Bratzo knows coffee, or will he mix things up on us and try tea and explore, and let's see how elaborate his coffee or tea are this morning. But if you're in Beaver Creek today, you can find, like I mentioned, the artist installation. You can play putt-putt golfing out there, the miniature golf course. Plenty for the kids and families to do, taking pictures with all the artist installations. And then by 9:30, you can do your scenic gondola rides to the top, where you'll find Spruce Saddle Restaurant and a lot of arrows pointing you in the direction of trails. But at Spruce Saddle, you'll also have available for you and your families, especially the little ones, arts and crafts hosted by Spruce Saddle. You're watching Vail Daily Live. Stay close to us. I'm going to take another sip, wake up a little bit more with you. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services for real estate. Where do we begin? For checklists and for wish lists. For tour after tour after tour. For is this the one? Or let's just see one more. For closing. Finally closing. Your forever agent will be there for all of it. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
At Beaver Creek, the extraordinary awaits everywhere you look, in every shared adventure, breathtaking view, and discovery. Where attention to every last detail transforms moments into lasting memories. Experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz. Thanks for tuning in with us. We look forward to interacting with you. You can do so if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. The chat corner's right there. That'll kind of help me wake up. Start talking to me. I'll talk back to you, and then we'll just get it going. Cheers. Cheers. This is a really good, strong, minty tea from the Vail Mountain Coffee, and we'll be checking with Bratzo and Beaver Creek here shortly to see what he discovers while we are there. Looking in our chat corner right now, Tricia Swenson is watching right now, and she's aware for the longest time that I've been to Piney and I never make it to the waterfalls. It happens. It happens. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm I'm too busy snacking at the new and expanded building out there where the guests can go and kind of hydrate, take pictures, something scenic and to attach yourself to. And here's a look of the waterfall. I have to find this place. I guess I'm not walking far enough out there, but we become winded. But at the same time, how far could you really get on major hikes that some may say are easy when you're helping a friend with a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old and they get distracted and a chihuahua running in every direction? It's not really the urgent effort to get to a waterfall when you're trying to rally your group to stay together. And then even on a day where weather is not supposed to bring in showers, sometimes it does. And then that walk turns around and heads back just to be on the safe side. Speaking of the safe side, let's take a look at what made headlines. What do you think?
I don't know, Ty. Let's see what's happening.
Emma is here. She's driving Vail Daily Live. And if you are watching and you also have the printed paper with you in front of you, let us know if you find the Sudoku in there. I was looking for it. But what made headlines? Is it in there? Is it? So looking at the photo here, you might think, man, mushrooms are the big topic right now. And look at all those mushrooms on the cover of the Vail Daily. That's not what we're seeing there. We're looking at a herd of elk grazing near Sheephorn. Summer days are shortening, making it more imperative for animals to fuel up just before winter. And that's a gorgeous picture right there. When you're out on hikes, if we're looking at our phones, we're probably missing what's right beside us in nature. Elk, deer, they're all right there. And that's the image, canvassing, blending in camouflage into nature. Also making headlines, a lifeline, not a detour. Cottonwood Pass has been critical for residents and workers commuting during the canyon closure, but its limits are being tested. So as you know, and we were sharing earlier, and it continues to be the conversation, I-70 east and westbound of Glenwood Canyon are closed due to the flash flood and the rock slides and the damage that was created. We are in that monsoon season that lasts through September. It's going to take a while to clean that up. But again, it's created an adventurous detour, getting people out of their routines and seeing Colorado and the mountains and through that canyon in efforts to get to Glenwood Springs, Aspen, or from that side back here in a different way. Me looking at this photo and that last image that you saw, it certainly piques my curiosity. When we're past all this, I want to check out Cottonwood Pass because it's, as you can see, a gorgeous scenic ride. Also making headlines on the local regional side, angling in today's climate. What you need to know when flows are low and temperatures are high. What they're looking at here, we have a view of the runoff of the Eagle County June 2015 image right here. In June this year, it was dramatically lower, that water level. Again, still gorgeous views out there, but it makes it tough for fly fishing. It makes it tough for floating, getting on the water in that adventurous way. But at the same time, it's nature and it's a battle, but it's still beautiful. Even just for these images, I would think this would be a photographer's playground. The temperatures in the Colorado River are rising. This has been caused by lower stream flow and higher than normal temperatures this year. And the fish are just gorgeous there in these images. And so you can find out more about this topic by going on to page A2, which is the inner page of the Vail Daily. In our fourth topic, found on A4, attorneys commence gathering evidence in Vail Resorts lawsuit. Plaintiffs are requesting pay and time records of 16 employees to prove improper compensation. But we're looking at this topic and many topics. You can find it in our Vail Daily. You can find it online as well as in the blue boxes around town. And those are some of the headlines that we have going on here. What coffee am I drinking this morning? I'm drinking tea this morning. And the tea that I'm drinking is from Vail Mountain Coffee, and you can find their locations. Bratzo is going to make their way there. The roaster for Vail Mountain Coffee and tea are located in the Minturn. You can find a small breakfast in there, like a mini quiche. You can also look through their glass windows. It's very scenic to see how roasting is done, how packaging is done, and the scenes on the backside of the building there. And a lot of people tend to hang out there on their bike rides or when they're doing their kayaking, a place to rehydrate, restore, or to fuel up before getting out there. You can find another location in Beaver Creek, on the escalator level just before the chairlifts, one escalator down from the base of Centennial 6. And to find out more about that location, we have Bratzo on hand. And Bratzo, you're in Beaver Creek. I'm trying to think right now, Bratzo, about when Vail Mountain Coffee opens in Beaver Creek. I've been telling Chris for the longest time I was going to try their beer because they offer that too.
Oh, I think I should give it a go too, I give you my opinion,
What time do you think they open? 8 o'clock?
I think so, because there's no signs of life yet. So what time is it? It's 7:20, around 7:20 right now. So yeah, no signs of life there. But the sun is coming out. Look at how beautiful that is. This is the right side to be in Beaver Creek with the putt golf right behind me. it just looks very nice right now. And let's talk about weather. Some people might be just waking up, Ty, and it feels a lot better here than down at the ice skate rink, man. I feel like it warm up a good 5 or 6 degrees here. I'm glad I climb this little hill, let's say. I use
So
it.
what you're saying is you didn't use the escalator like some of us?
I did use it. I was trying to sound too sporty, but it's not that morning. Not yet,
Morning arrives too soon sometimes.
That is correct. Hey, let's talk about weather, man. This weather comes to you from Possibilities in Avon, weekly art expo, and go and discover your next masterpiece. You can go to avonpossibilities.com and figure out what's going on. And the weather today is gonna be sunny lows. We are right now in the low 40s. We're gonna get into the 49s and up in Vail, and warm up a little bit, like 10 more degrees if you go in that corridor towards Eagle and Gypsum, with highs on the 70s, mid 70s. It's gonna be nice and a beautiful weather day. We ordered the perfect weather for you with almost no winds. So 3 miles per hour winds, that doesn't count. I can do that like that. So it's going to be a perfect day, man. I think it's going to be just a beautiful, perfect day. Tonight here at Beaver Creek at 5 p.m. from 5 to 8, we're going to have silent disco. So you want to be, you can walk around and take a look and see what's going on. With this, we're people dancing on with nothing, with headphones, and it's but it's super fun. It's super fun. I've been on a wedding before where they have 2 DJs, and you have the green headphones and the blue headphones, and one music was different to the other, and it's just kind of a fun experiment to see people dancing to different rhythms, and with no sound. It's just super funny. So I think it's a great experience. Come and check it out from 5 to 8 p.m. today at Beaver Creek Silent Disco.
Yes, thank you very much, Bratzo. The silent disco thing, I agree with you. It's for on the people watching side. I'm very New York with mine when I'm out at the farmers market. Sure, do some shopping, go to Beaver Creek, explore, go door to door. But people watching is fun too. It's kind of the silent picture because they're wearing the headphones and people are bobbing their heads around, and you just wonder what they're listening to, what tempo they're listening to. Exactly. A lot of guesswork out there. Then with the same headphones on, you think to yourself, if someone's wearing headphones and they're not dancing, then you think to yourself, why are you not dancing? It's a disco. Thank you very much, Bratzo. We'll check back in with you here shortly. Find some coffee, find some breakfast. And if you're in Beaver Creek and you're looking for activities, as Bratzo was sharing with you, you can log on to Beaver Creek's website. You can click their link to find out their weekly calendar, as well as their daily events that could include meeting Helmet Fricker. You can find out about the Fossil Passe that's up there for kids' activities. You can find the music, movie on the lawn, their theme on the weekends, Zusammen, which means together. And in Beaver Creek and that community up there, looking for things that you and your family and friends can do together up there, even without having to leave that area of the resort. All right, Emma, you were kind of flagging me on something. Fine. Yes. We're watching Vail Daily Live. I'm going to take a look into this chat corner and see what's going on over here. We'll be right back right after this.
Slifer Smith and Frampton, Vail Valley's choice for real estate from the very beginning. For generations, we've grown together. Thank you for making us the #1 real estate company in the Valley. From Denver to the mountains, as we live and connect with each other and our community, Slifer Smith and Frampton is here with experience, support, and opportunity. At home in the Vail Valley. Come visit us at any of our sales locations from Vail to Eagle.
Plastic surgery isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. At Manget Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare, from the moment you walk in the door, we want you to feel confident and empowered, while our team of specialists help you find the best version of yourself. With 2 of the nation's leading plastic surgeons right here in the mountains, we have one goal: personalized care with exceptional results. Manget Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare. Your beauty should be effortless.
At At Beaver Creek, the extraordinary awaits everywhere you look, in every shared adventure, every breathtaking view, and every discovery. It's where attention to every last detail transforms moments into lasting memories, so your mountain getaway dreams can all come true. Come experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz. Saturday morning, and if you're waking up to an alarm or maybe have your pet breathing in your face, nudging you to get up for that walk, then grab your smartphone too and do what we're doing. It's pretty normal to turn the phone on, watch Vail Daily Live, but then ding, a notification that your friends have been posting, and you're our friends. Let's see what you've been posting with hashtag Vail Daily Live, but let's make it fun and interactive too. I'm going to look in the chat corner. Trisha, you can do this too. Rodney, Travis, you can do this too. We're going to put some images up, and let's just guess what we think that story is about in your submitted images. All right, Emma, let's play along. Here we are. We have a bunch of people on a court. What kind of court is that? If we don't know what it is, we're seeing a mixture of paddles. We're seeing the same height of everyone, a mixture of colors. This is my guess, but where's the location? Emma was sharing with me that this is pickleball. Seems to be a big and popular sport around here, and you can find a schedule of pickleball events where you can just drop in and play in Eagleville by visiting the Eagleville's website. All right, let's look at another photo. All right, we looked at this one earlier, but if you were playing along earlier or watching earlier, guess this view. Go ahead and throw something in the chat box. Where do you think this waterfall is? And if you've been following along with Vail Daily Live, then you already know the answer, and you can go ahead and submit that too in the chat corner on Facebook and YouTube. We would love to see your participation. All right, here's a person. Let's see what we can notice here. I love that blue Western style jacket, cowboy hat near the creek. There's a beach, cowboy boots, beautiful smile. What time of day would you say this is? Emma, what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like it's like mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. Because if you look at the shores, it looks like the beach line is kind of receding, but it's kind of damp, you know, where she's standing, where at some point of the day, the water level was there and has receded. This is fun. All right.
This came to us last week. I'm pretty sure she was going to the rodeo.
She was going to the rodeo. All right. There we have an answer. This is someone going to the rodeo. All right, here's another one. Why is that guy holding up something? And what do you think it is at home if you're not familiar with it? And look at the size of the thing. It's not a pizza. It's not a scone. I have friends who've picked up something like this too. It looks like it, but mushroom season is booming right now. And so that looks either to be a bole mushroom or a porcini, delicious. And some friends of mine, my buddy Jeremy and his little daughter Bella, they gave me, Emma, a bole mushroom. It's spelled, it's people who know mushrooms, they share with you like they went grocery shopping for you. Here's something we found in the woods. Eat this. And I'm thinking, oh, should we wash it off first? Bole mushrooms. I've had some friends on Facebook share with me how to cook these. I took some pictures and loaded it to my site. Help me figure out how to cook a bole mushroom. They said, slice it really thin, especially around the stem, season it, and do like a flash fry. And it's like bacon deliciousness. I feel like people will tell me anything if you add bacon to see if I'll do it. Just be careful out there when it comes to finding mushrooms. Not everything is edible, but your pictures are worth 1,000 words, and we thank you for your submission. Here's another one. What location is this? Oh, is it? All right, so let's find some clues first. We have a carriage in the background. We have a sign that says "Learn." We have a friendly person standing there. In his hands, can we zoom in on that? He's holding a bird, and he's wearing a glove. And so our guesswork, this is all a part of what again?
The Family Fun Fest.
The Family Fun Fest that happens in Vail. And we look forward to seeing your images on Instagram. Hashtag Vail Daily Live. We would love to do some guesswork. A picture worth 1,000 words of your images sharing with us. Here's another one. All right. I'm sure you can guess what this one is, but not completely, unless you're reading the lower corner. Coffee, Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. If you've been following Vail Daily Live along these last few weeks, Rodney Travis tunes in with us on a regular basis. But while on the show, and as we mentioned, the Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, he made a purchase online and had it shipped to him in the Carolinas, or is it Virginia, where he lives? And he's received this package, and then he shared it back to us. Thank you, Rodney Travis, for your submission. And he sent a picture of his cat. Oh, look at this. Now, this cat is named Shika. Yes, in the valley. Named after Shika Gramshammer of the Pepe's Restaurant at Vail. All right, that was fun. Thank you very much for doing that. Let's have a little bit more fun. Art festivals up and down the valley. Affordable art can be found as well. But to find art, like music, it's one of the fun things about life. Just checking out art, it changes your perspective and could inspire your day. In Avon, you can find an art festival going on. The first annual Avon Festival of the Arts on Lake Street kicks off at 10 a.m. And standing by, we have Charli, and she's making some friends down there. Charli, it's all you. Take it away.
Hi, Ty. Yes, I'm so excited. I've been having such a fabulous conversation with Miss Diana Ahrens, and she is an artist from Georgia, and so we're so lucky to have her here. And she actually has all her artwork with her at this art festival, so we're so excited to see what she has. And so, as you can see, she has this beautiful bright colors going on, and her original art was all on canvas, and we're here to talk about her new display of glass piece. So tell us, Diana, about this particular glass piece, which is large.
Okay, so this is what's called vitreous enamel on copper, and the copper starts out as just one flat sheet, and it's very hard. The copper has to be annealed, which means it has to be heated at approximately 1500 degrees for about 5 minutes or so, and that softens the copper. At that point, copper comes out of the furnace, and then I take hammers and I start hammering the copper to get the texture to come out. That side that I'm hammering on is called repoussé. You take the copper, you flip it over, and when you start hammering the other side, that's called chasing. Once the copper gets too hard, because as you keep hammering it, it keeps getting harder, it has to go back into the furnace and get annealed again, come back out, cool, and do the same process. Once all of that's done and I've got all the texture that I want on the copper, then I start adding the glass. And the glass is glass powders, and those are all sifted on. And it's many, many layers. And you have to put glass on the back as well as the front, otherwise the copper will have a tendency to want to bend as it comes out of the furnace.
I mean, such an amazing creation. How did you even come up with this idea?
Well, the technique itself is like hundreds of thousands of years old. I mean, this was way back Egyptian times and so forth, probably before then. And there's a lot of jewelers that will, do this, do beautiful, fabulous work. We actually have a jeweler here that does it. And I wanted to do something bigger that could actually go outside, because my canvas paintings, everyone wanted something, they already had one of my paintings, but they wanted something that would go outside.
Yes.
So we knew that this could go outside, withstand all the elements. And so it was about a good 12, 13 years in the making, trying to get it to this size, because supposedly this is impossible to go this big. But, it was just finding the right combination of glass, temperature, heat. Each one of these pieces get fired between 20 and 30 times.
I mean, it's just incredible. And you're known for your vibrant, colorful pieces.
Yes.
And all your artwork definitely reflects that. And I think it makes me feel so happy when I look at it.
That's exactly what I go for. I want people to feel good and feel happy when they look at my artwork, when it's in their home or hanging outside their home.
Amazing. And so this piece is so large, it hasn't quite been done to this scale before. And your husband had to build you your own furnace.
He built me, it's a very specialized furnace, so everything is computer controlled. It's got a lot of robotics that load the copper and glass into the furnace. And the temperature control is like the front, the middle, and the back. And it's constantly, adjusting itself to make sure that the temperatures stay as equal as possible.
Such
And
a
so,
technique. Wow.
I'm telling you, he's amazing.
That is so wonderful. He's helped you create this beautiful piece. I mean, all your artwork is so beautiful and colorful. I love it so much. So really grateful for you to bring this for us.
Thank you.
How much can we expect something to be around?
This is 8,900.
8,900, and it's so beautiful. I'm so excited. So you guys should definitely come and check this out, because it's not a popular piece that has been done too much.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
well, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
thank you.
Diana. We're
Thank
so
you.
excited to have
Appreciate
you.
it.
And come and check out all her other fabulous artwork on canvas behind us. It's beautiful. So thanks. Back over to you, Ty.
Thank you very much, Charli. We'll be checking back in with her in Avon. That location where she is Lake Street. And what's going on where she is, that is the Avon Festival of the Arts. It's happening today and tomorrow. And again, it kicks off at 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock. There you can find woodworking, arts. You can find photography, painting, sculpture, perhaps even artists while working. And that last image, when we look at artwork, was kind of like a Google Earth image, but I don't know what part of the United States that was or where in the world that was, but it's art. It's what you see, that interpretation. It's the eye of the beholder. That's really fun when it comes to looking at art. So make your way down there today in all of the events that you're taking into today. And if you're getting out and about yet, I mean, wait for the show to end, but you can also watch the playback. Let's take a look at the weather for today to get you prepared for walking outside or taking that walk. Here's what they're calling for. As I'm looking outside of the Vail Daily Live studios, starting to see some of the trees in Eagle Vale, usually it would be the aspen trees, turning colors already. I'm seeing a bit of orange out there. What does that mean as far as our season change? Isn't it still summertime around here? Yeah, the last day of summer is in September, around the 20th, 21st, this window. But we're starting to feel that temperature change today, too. Certainly welcomed for that nice, cooler temperatures. Ah, yes, that's why we traveled all the way here to Colorado to escape the heat. And will that be possible today? There it is, the 70s as our highs for Avon while perusing Nottingham Lake and taking in the art show and or Beaver Creek. As we look at the next couple of days, tonight, we're going to find cooler temperatures, the 40s, really peaceful, keeping that window open. Sunshine remains in the forecast for the next few days. What about those temperatures? Are we going to find the 90s again? Will we find those 80s? And if so, will it be that difficult feel of those temperatures? Well, it hasn't been, but we're seeing it right there. So today being Saturday, the low 70s, rising back into the 80s with sunshine in the forecast. Sunday, keeping that 80s as a trend all through the week, all the way until Wednesday. Slight chance for showers, but it could happen, but maybe spotty or just kind of restricted to an area where you can actually walk maybe 5 feet away from those rain showers and that cloud investment on you and just feel like this place is weird how that happens weather-wise. It's part of the magic of coming to Vail and Avon and Beaver Creek for our weather to escape it, but also to experience what the weather brings around here. This weather is brought to you by the town of Avon, the heart of the valley. And that's a look at your weather for your adventures for today. We're going to go back to the chat, you say?
Yeah, Rodney's saying hi.
Rodney Travis, there you are. Shaika the cat was looking good on VDL, Ty. Thank you, Rodney, for sending your cat picture. Maybe you could send cat video if your cat knows how to play the piano or does any tricks or lip syncing, puppeting with your cat. We love seeing this sort of thing. So yeah, we look forward to seeing your pet photo shoots. Just send them to us. Just send them to us. That's what we enjoy out there. All right, so we gave you a look at the weather. We gave you a look at the art in Avon. We're going to go back to Beaver Creek right now and get people moving. And let's see if there's any activity in Beaver Creek. Bratzo, I see some activity. Is that a scheduled hiker back there?
Yeah, they have some, looks like they have some, the fly fishing gear. They're going to be walking around and looking for water, I'm assuming, to throw that rod. This gentleman here is reading the Vail Daily, hanging out tight there and enjoying this beautiful morning. It's definitely warming up here. So is somebody inside? Is somebody inside making coffee? I'm ready to start begging for coffee.
Bratzo, where you are right there, Vail Mountain Coffee, and for the viewers, brand new first season this past winter being open in that location. But I love what they've done with their outdoor seating right there. That's new this summer, their first summer there. And at Vail Mountain Coffee, you could find breakfast, you could find your coffee, your tea, like Rodney Travis. You could find your gifts to bring back or to ship off to someone from Beaver Creek. And you can also enjoy their beer. They can turn your hot beverage into something that is more adult inviting on the benevolent side. And Bratzo,
I didn't know you can order also online. Yesterday, I'm a coffee drinker, and I just ordered 6 bags. I got all espresso, of course. I got espresso Levita. I got Sicilian that I never try, and my favorite is the espresso Italiano, the Italiano Classico, which I absolutely love that one. So I ordered 6 bags. I'm expecting them soon. If not, I will be talking straightforward with Chris and say what's going on. But I'm looking forward for that. You can order the ground for espresso or whole bean. I order whole bean. I like to grind them in the morning right before I drink it. So let's check it out. What's going on in Beaver Creek? Wednesdays we have live music from 4 to 6. You can bring the family. Then we have live music from the Symphony Saturday, August 7th.
That's today.
That's today on the ring from 4 to 7. food and beverage from Beaver Creek restaurants. That'd be fun. And then on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you can do yoga with Loli from 9 to 7 a.m., and come here and stretch and have a good time in the ice skate rink as well, or in the bottom. This is the app. If you don't know what to do, where to go, check the app, download it, and you will see things like, hey, transportation. Sometimes the parking lot is full here, but you can take the buses down there and you can figure out how to get here. Then we have Beaver Creek Village Art Fair on July 31st to August 1st. That's done. So don't worry about that one.
Bratzo, so when we have guests come into town, maybe a stranger could be walking around Beaver Creek, and maybe you've done this before. You'll ask someone if they need some help, if they're lost, if they are looking for some place to go, and sometimes the response is, "Yeah, where do you recommend we go and eat in Beaver Creek?" Where would you send someone to have lunch today in Beaver Creek?
Well, you can definitely go to the Coyote and hang out for a little bit. But you can also go and look for Dan, the surfing looking dude, which is a lot of fun, very knowledgeable, and you can hang out. Let's walk together,
Yes, Dan is the owner of Sea Bar and the Chop House. And the best way to get there, as Bratzo's doing, is to take the escalator to the very top. You're at the base now of the chairlift, and there's all those iconic red umbrellas. Then you know that you're at the Chop House in Beaver Creek.
I love the concept because you have as you were saying, the Sea Bar, which is kind of a sports bar. You have TVs, you can hang out, talk to your bartender, enjoy that fun atmosphere. But you also have the deck. This deck is just gorgeous. It's like he described it. It's beachfront.
Yes, thank you very much, Bratzo. And speaking of beachfront, you can find bocce ball on the Chop House side, that open area of grass that Bratzo was sharing with you earlier. We saw some fly fishing prepared people, and there's sometimes a casting clinic on that very lawn. We're going to check back in with Bratzo here shortly. You're watching Vail Daily Live. We're going to look for more viewer content. We're going to find some more topics and fashion to share with you from the outlets. We'll be right back.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services for real estate. Where do we begin? For checklists and for wish lists. For tour after tour after tour. For is this the one? Or let's just see one more. For closing. Finally closing. Your forever agent will be there for all of it. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Is Cooper outside?
I don't know. Cooper? Here, boy!
If your life isn't always practical, your carpet should be. You can relax with Lee's with our pet-friendly, stylish, and durable Lee's carpets. Backed by the industry's only 25-year no-exclusion stain warranty.
Don't worry. Carpet One's got this covered.
Oh.
Find your new Lee's carpet in stock now. We can install right away.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz, and to remind you, or for those of you tuning in to inform you, happening in Avon, beginning at 10 o'clock, it is the Avon Festival of the Arts on Lake Street, right by Nottingham Park and the Rec Center, all right there. You can't miss it. Numerous artists are out there. You can find woodworking, paintings, sculpture, photography. I don't have to tell you this. It's free. That's what you want to know. But we have Charli on hand, and she's making some friends at the Avon Festival of the Arts that's happening. And first come, first serve. Did you buy anything yet, Charli?
Not yet, but I'm about to. I mean, I've just met Scott Sternberg and Scott Gerber. Scott Sternberg would be our producer. No, Scott Gerber, sorry. He's a sculptor from Florida, and he is known as the Tube Guy. Tube Dude. And he's with the nation's amazing Howard Allen events, and he actually is responsible for some of the 4th most photographed art in the world, which is located in New York City, in Manhattan.
Pier 17.
It's the Peace, Love, Happiness signs, and they, according to Instagram, are the 4th most photographed pieces of art in the world,
Yep.
which is incredible. And so, Scott, tell us a little bit about your story. I mean, he just told me he was a yacht builder back
Correct.
in the day.
Yep.
And then now
Back
here
in
you
the
are
day.
with the tube guy. Tube
Yeah,
dude.
you know, like I was telling you, when I lost my boat company, 2010, a lot of people were in bad shape and whatnot. And I just needed something to make me happy. And so I built this smiley face, and then I added a little bit of body to him and whatnot. And just literally overnight, everybody was in the same boat that I was in, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they all needed a little bit of happiness. So this is just a fun way to do that. And now people buy our stuff, and they'll put it in areas where it needs a little bit of life, a little bit of energy, you know, like on a balcony with like the binocular guy, you know, looking down at the golf course, or, you know, the Tin Man. A lot of people love the Wizard of Oz. That's a fun one.
Yes. No,
Or just, you know, a big giant smiley face, you know?
yeah, something so simple as that. I mean, it definitely makes you feel happy. The bright colors. Tell us, what materials do you use in your artwork?
It's aluminium.
Aluminium.
As I've been corrected to say
Yes.
it properly, or aluminum here in Florida, or in the
Nice.
United States. But yeah, you know, it's really fun. Like last night, I installed a piece up in Snowmass, and it was a giant heart, and we put it right in front of their house, and everybody that drove by, they all just went, "Ah, it's so nice," and it just branded the house.
Yeah.
You know, it's this very loving home.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, it's amazing. How long have you been producing this artwork?
11 years.
11 years.
Yep.
Amazing. And so, what do you enjoy most about doing this particular style of art?
The reaction that the people get.
Yes.
Yeah, it's mainly the reaction. It's a branding of their family, you know, especially when you do like a really cool mailbox or something. You know, your mailbox is your business card for your house.
Yes.
And so when somebody drives by and they see a happy, like a flower mailbox, you know, they go, "Oh, there's some cool people that live in that house. I wonder what the rest of the house looks like if they did that much attention to their mailbox."
Absolutely. I mean, you can see behind us, we've got this fish sculpture mailbox, and that's a popular one in Florida. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, in the Keys they fight over it.
They do?
Yeah, we're very limited on where we send our stuff. Like I would never sell the exact same type of piece where the other neighbors could see it, because it becomes such a landmark that people just say, they don't give the address. They go, "Oh, have you ever seen the 7-foot tall pink flamingo?" And most people say, "Not only do I know where you live, but I have a picture of your mailbox on my phone."
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It definitely is colorful. And so, what do you enjoy most about creating different pieces each time? You know, everything is so different.
Okay, so most of my customers, they say, "You're the artist," and I say, "No, I'm the builder. You're the artist."
Okay.
So we take their ideas and we create whatever they want, because they know their family or their house or their business or whatever we're building it for better than we do.
Yes.
So what we do is we take their idea.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's funny because I'll start like, "Oh, that's just not a great idea," and it always turns out to be one of the very best ones.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, always.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, all the art here that I've seen so far, it just makes me feel happy. But I think the bright colors are definitely, I can see why your reaction of people.
Yeah, we don't use a lot of grays.
No, it's besides the Tin Man, which I love him, but all the aluminum and the tube dude, I can see your creation is genius. I love it so much. So,
Well, I would say 99% of what we do is not our idea; it's the customer's idea.
wow,
Yeah,
is that
so
so?
that's what keeps us motivated.
Yeah.
It's always something new.
Absolutely amazing. Well, you can check out this incredible artwork and sculptures by Scott here at Avon at the Festival of the Arts today and tomorrow.
It'll be a great day.
Yeah, and
It'll be
the sun's coming up.
75 degrees, sun
no
shining.
rain, and
Great artist here. Howard Allen puts on a great show.
it looks it really does. And so 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. today and tomorrow. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Scott. I really appreciate your time, and your artwork is just amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Ty.
Thank you very much, Charli. And as you can see, colorful down there, the art, fantastic. It's fun. It's beautiful. Yes, you can purchase it. Different scales of art are ready for you. And from the sounds and the activity in the background, Avon's coming alive. People are really curious about the artwork. And the Avon Festival of the Arts kicks off at 10 a.m. But go ahead, be curious. Head on down there right now. The whole family, just take it in, especially in these cooler temperatures. And you have to love art for that. My question to you is, what crosses your mind when you think about art? How does art make you feel? It's an interpretation, and I'd like to get your interpretation, your thoughts on that subject. Art, a language, a universal language that we all understand. Speaking of art, fly fishing, there's got to be something to it. I mean, we've seen the technique And it's just not easy to kind of assimilate or to mimic, much like dance moves. It's like, you're the dancer, I'm just going to enjoy what you do. But you can learn to fly fish. Let's see what the fish are biting on. Here's the report brought to you by the Fly Fishing Outfitters since 1992 in Vail, Beaver Creek area. Down at the Eagle River, due to warmer water temperatures in the Eagle River below Walcott, is under voluntary closures from noon until midnight. However, they'll still be seeing some good, solid hatches of caddis, pale morning duns, yellow Sally stoneflies hatching throughout the day, starting mid-morning. And they're fishing dry flies there, droppers, nymphs. Right now, if you're making your way to the Colorado River, the upper Colorado is experiencing some issues with water temperatures as well. Much needed rain is in the extended forecast. Caddis and pale morning duns are going to be the top water bugs of choice. Grasshoppers and black ants are all over the place. You've probably seen them flying on you and all over the place. So don't forget your terrestrial boxes. If you are making your way into the Roaring Fork River area, what they're finding here, let's see here. They're experiencing water temperature issues there as well. Voluntary closures, voluntarily closed from noon until midnight. The lower flows are still floating, and waiting opportunities are excellent too. You can stop by the Fly Fishing Outfitters in Avon, book your experience for kids. They have classes and clinics for adults as well. You can meet some of the staff that have been a part of the Fly Fishing Outfitters since they were youngsters, and now they're part of the program, sharing that experience with you for generations to come. You can do your shopping, learn more, and book a group event, individual event, and get out on the waters and just taking Colorado in that fashion. All right, speaking of fashion, let's see how Bratzo's wearing, what Bratzo's wearing in Beaver Creek. If the sun is out and if he's losing layers on Vail Daily Live when Bratzo's here, he tends to do that. Bratzo, all right, it's coming off, man.
Very casual here.
Getting warm.
Taking my jacket off. You're right. It's getting a little warmer. I'm wearing this beautiful shirt with kind of funky pockets.
Oh, that's cool. That's a weird pocket, Bratzo. Is that a Gordon Gartrell from the Cosby Show? Anyway, that's right. Kind of like, anyway, so it's an inside story from a TV show. Go ahead. What's going on, Bratzo?
Well, let's talk weather, man. Let's talk about the weather. Let's see people just start waking up. If you see, Carrots is Estoy by Carrots Jewelers in Vail to see, what they offering. Mr. Thelin is Dan Thelin is there always, offering beautiful jewelries or heirlooms for a long time. So come and check the Carrots Jewelers. The weather today is nice and happy with sunny skies all day. That's what you want to know. You want to know that you want to go out and have a good time. Of course, always bring your little jacket. You never know, as Ty was saying earlier, it might be a car, splashing the windshield, or it might be a little drizzle. So no drizzles, no clouds today. It's going to be beautiful, mid 40s to mid 70s through the valley. And, it's going to get as warm as 81 degrees potentially. And we're going to be seeing beautiful skies. So go out there, play, have fun. The weather increases 10 degrees as you go in that I-70 corridors to Eagle. Right now, it's a lot of people piling into the coffee shop. I think they're going to open the door and people's just going to take over. It's that time of the day then getting your coffee. Some people start waking up. Some, we're looking at that beautiful boss. Hi. Some people start waking up and having a good time at Beaver Creek here. And it's going to be a beautiful day all over the valley. Go out there and play. And come to Silent Disco from 5 to 8 p.m. today. So go and show us your moves.
So, Bratzo, you're out there doing Vail Daily Live. You know that. I know that. But when you see people walking by, if they're local, if you're in a local area of town or the resort area like this, and you see people, has anyone kind of let you know that they know about the show and they're watching? Have you met anyone that they're like, we love the show? Running into people like that?
It was funny. I went to an event the other day and we were sitting on these tables and this guy was looking at me and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? He's turning around and say, you're the guy from the Vail Daily Show, right? And I was like, oh yeah, let me sign your shirt, man.
All right, very good.
So that happens once so far. So we'll
So
see.
they are watching the show, and I thank you very much,
yes.
Bratzo. We want to say thank you to you for watching Vail Daily Live. This is our first season doing so, but if you care to share Vail Daily Live with some family and friends, you can do so by directing them to Facebook and YouTube, Instagram. You can hit the like button there, but on Facebook and YouTube, you can interact with us in conversations, but you can also direct your friends to listen in a podcast on Spotify to Vail Daily Live. You can find us on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and of course, you can watch us on VailDailyLive.com. We look forward to you interacting with us when we see you in public, and share your story with us when you see us out there. If we have a little bit of time, we're happy to relate back to everyone who's watching the show right now. You can make an appointment for them to watch the show when we reiterate that we met you on the show.
Yep.
Have you heard the Vail Daily Live coming from someone's device when you're out and about?
Yes, I heard it. When I was at the market the other day, I heard it. I heard the music. I thought it was my phone, and I was like, "No, somebody watching." That's kind of cool. So yes, well, we saw our average is we over 50,000 people is watching daily. So we were checking. We know some people's watching us. So we're doing a stream. You can do it, and as you were saying, you can go to YouTube and see it at your convenience. At any time, you can go back and check the episodes, but you can watch us live every day from 7 to 8:30. And I think we've been playing that sound recording yesterday with Ty. We have
Yes. Yeah. We'll tell that story. We'll tell that story. More stories. Basically, Bratzo is kind of sharing with you that I was in the recording studio with Charli and Bratzo at the KZYR radio station for a promo. We'll talk about that right after this, Bratzo. We'll come back and check with Bratzo. He's in Beaver Creek Live. I don't see him drinking any coffee just yet, but he definitely is starting to shed a layer. What do you have for us there?
A picture of you guys in the studio.
Oh, right. Okay. So here we are at the radio. I guess we're going to do it now, Bratzo.
Nice.
So we're at the Mile in the KZYR radio station yesterday, recording a promo for Vail Daily Live to air on the radio. What would you say your experience was like, and was that your first time in a radio station, Bratzo?
Well, you make it easy. You know what you're doing, and I really appreciate the experience. You can get all weirded out and listen to your own voice, but it was great coaching, Ty. I really appreciate it, and it was fun. We did it quick, man. We did it fast, and my son Tiago, he listens to it yesterday. I was in the car, I said, "Oh, listen to this," and he's like, "You sound like Siri, Dad." Fun of me.
And that's called coaching. All right. Yeah. Speaking of coaching, I'm being coached to go to a commercial. You're watching Vail Daily Live. We'll be right back with me here, as well as Charli and Bratzo right after this.
At Beaver Creek, the extraordinary awaits everywhere you look, in every shared adventure, every breathtaking view, and every discovery. It's where attention to every last detail transforms moments into lasting memories, so your mountain getaway dreams can all come true. Come experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
Yes, here with Vail Daily Live, and we are at the Chateau in Beaver Creek, the home of Splendidos Restaurant. Here with Vail Daily Live, and we are at the Chateau in Beaver Creek, the home of Splendidos Restaurant. Been here before? Let's take a tour. Let's meet Matt McConnel. How are you, Matt?
Good morning. Good morning, Ty. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for bringing us here to Splendidos. We've been here before for dining, some of us, but behind the scenes, we've only seen from the chef's table. Tell us about Splendidos Restaurant, home of the rack of lamb.
So rack of lamb is one of our featured entrees here. Colorado rack of lamb. So we have this beautiful wood-fired oven back here in the kitchen, which is not on right now because it's 9 o'clock in the morning, bright and early. One of our featured dish, rosin lamb from Colorado. Chef has a secret marinade. It's not terribly secret, but there's what really makes it shine is pomegranate juice.
Oh yeah, and, pomegranate makes you smarter.
It definitely makes you smarter. Good brain food, and but the sugars in that pomegranate. After it's marinated, and then we put it in that 800-degree oven, just caramelizes that lamb, giving this incredible crust. Chef Juan is the best grill master in the entire Vail Valley, and
lunch right there from hike side to table side.
Absolutely. So they are on the menu right now, locally foraged by Chef Brian Ackerman and some of the members of our team as well. So it doesn't get any more mountain to table, if you will.
So a lot of us know the Chateau here in Beaver Creek as being an owner and residence, and the Splendido restaurant, we understood it as an owner restaurant as well, but open to the public.
Correct, absolutely. So the beautiful Chateau at Beaver Creek here, privately owned residences. There are 18 of them in a rental program if anybody's looking for a local getaway. But the homeowners here graciously lease the space to chef owner Brian Ackerman so we can operate this incredible restaurant here for the locals and visitors to the Vail Valley.
Oh, well, it's wonderful. And dining here is above and beyond. All right, so you also have featured wines here too. We're going to check out some wine next. Matt, you know the dining experience here at most restaurants and even here at the Chateau begins with a presentation of the wine list.
Absolutely.
And I see a huge selection here. We could read it for ourselves, especially if we know our wines, noticing the price points here, but we also love a good story from the server and the sommelier. Tell us about the wines.
We were able to focus on white Burgundy is huge up here, red Burgundy, red Bordeaux, of course all the big California wines, Oregon Pinot Noir, Italy. We collectively have really curated the list to curate to our homeowners' taste and things like that. So it's and our regulars, I guess. So
it's always good to be intimately involved in your dining experience here at Splendido. Dining indoors and outside also possible.
Outside is possible. Thank God that we've had some great monsoon rains this season, and they all seem to appear at 5 o'clock, so that definitely has been great for the outdoor dining options. But we do have a beautiful patio to enjoy a glass of wine or a cocktail, and then of course these beautiful open doors that open onto the patio with the beautiful flowers.
And knowing that the owners and the restaurant are open to the public, how do we go about making a reservation and getting a table here? How much notice do you need?
Earlier the better, for sure. We're doing 2 seatings right now between 5:30 and 6, and then again at 8:15. OpenTable.com. You can go to our restaurant, SplendidoRestaurant.com. And then, of course, the good old-fashioned telephone, 970-845-8808.
All right, they have that, but your experience could begin as simple as a reservation for dining, as well as making reservations on a beautiful evening on the patio, or coming in for a glass of wine and enjoying the bar. Matt, we thank you very much for having us.
Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for coming on Vail Daily Live.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Spent a lot of time at the Splendido talking with Matt McConnel about that whole Splendido experience. And I had my camera person, Tyler, there doing a lot of cover shots, working on everything he could before heading back to school. You could dine around artwork that's found also there at that restaurant, taking in beautiful views of Beaver Creek. Make a reservation today and just discover their wine, discover their menu, and talk with their bar. Go in even just for a drink. That would be Splendido in the Chateau in Beaver Creek, located up Scott Hill Road, if you're looking for some dining ideas. Looking for some other ideas, but also warning about what the weather is doing before you get out there in the day? Well, let's take a look at the weather. Brought to you by Lib, Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love. Looking outside of the studios right now, flat light, gray light. The haze in our atmosphere right now is creating for some unique sun and sky conditions right now. Look at that unique red-orange that's going on. It kind of reminds me, here's a creative mind working again, it reminds me of the Colorado logo, the Colorado flag a little bit, how we have that C and then the sun inside of there and then the blue underneath there. It's a nice little spin on the Colorado flag there. Looking for a painting idea? How about knocking that one off? Taking a view today. And we look see artwork. We're talking about art all throughout the show. But now let's look deeper into the weather. High temperatures for today in Avon. We're looking at the lower 70s while you're perusing, finding your purchases for your home, your yard, your office during the Avon Art Festival. We're looking for temperatures this evening to be in the mid 40s, as you see right there. And we've been talking about it these last couple of days. No showers in the forecast, but something happened yesterday in Avon. My windshield was looking wet. People were not necessarily running for cover. But again, this is Colorado. The weather is magical. Tomorrow being Sunday, there it is. More sunshine. There it is. High temperatures in the lower 80s. Overnight low temperatures holding steadily in the 40s, but staying in the 80s all week long into Wednesday. What do you think of that? How are you going to dress for that? Again, this weather brought to you by Liv Sotheby's, International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their real estate broker professionals today to help you live the life you love. We're going to go back and check out some art outside with Charli and see how things are looking. Charli, a few weeks ago, the first art event in Avon, we had that monsoon season like wreaking havoc and just mud all over that area. But this event has the sunshine, but you could probably still see evidence of mud on the ground from a few weeks ago. What do you think? What do you see?
Yeah, a little dusty, a little muddy on the ground, but it's not too bad actually. And it's a dry day for today on the forecast, and the sun is coming out. It's a little smoky in the sky, but not too bad at all. But I was just strolling as we are walking down this art show and this art festival. Some of the tents are starting to open up. We're still 2 hours from opening time. However, I'm trying to catch some that are getting ready to go. And I was strolling across this beautiful stand, and what attracted my attention was actually John Lennon stuff right here. And, you know, of course, being British. And then I met with Brian, who's originally from Cincinnati, and he's actually one of the coordinators for this Festival of the Arts. So Brian, tell us a little bit about your art that you have here.
Well, what you're looking at here is all stained glass work, woodworking. I do all the framing, matting, calligraphy. I do all the copper work that you see as well. This one in particular is actually the original sheet music. I have a love for antiques, so I collect a lot of antiques, and I try to bring art and antiques and music all in one together. So that's the story behind that one anyway.
Yeah, and then you've got this. Also, what attracted my attention was a British set on a traveling map.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. I've traveled around the world, so that's a lot of my inspiration as well. Music, travel. I try to have different themes for different countries, different cities, and different areas around the world. And yeah, it's a big passion of mine to travel, and so I try to show it through my artwork.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you play any instruments? Are you a musician?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. I'm more of an artist now than anything, but I do. I played the piano growing up. I played the saxophone, drums. I did music production for a while as well. So yeah, that's where a lot of my inspiration comes from.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. I mean, again, that's also what attracted me was the music behind it. You know, you've got some music. Yeah.
Oh yeah, old sheet music, decorative sheet music, just a big mixture. I do all the woodworking as well. I have a wood shop and an art studio on my property, so I go to the wood shop. I do a lot of woodworking. That's where you see all the big wood pieces here. I do that first, and then I take it to my art studio and add the rest. It's all stained glass, vintage sheet music, copper. Actually, this one in particular on the top has real gold in it as well. This one, I kind of wanted to kind of capture her singing out all the music as it forms into the piano and into the guitar there.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, it's absolutely so creative. I think you've got a lot of, you know, talent going on within a piece, and it's amazing that you create all this.
Well, I appreciate that. It means
so
a lot
much.
here. Well,
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. I'm so excited that we got to show this. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you for interviewing me here.
You're welcome. Back to you, Ty. I mean, this is one of my favorite stands so far that I have come across. But as you walk down the street, you know, it's got such a clean look to each stand. I guess they have high protocols with that, and so that when you stroll down the street here at the Festival of the Arts, it just looks like the miniature galleries. And I was talking with Elaine, who, you know, she puts on this whole production, and she said that's what they really strive for. So it's just neat and tidy, and you get that gallery feel. It's amazing.
That's the magic of being at the art festival, and it's happening. Thank you very much, Charli, today in Avon, and they're just getting started. Nice little sneak preview, talking with the people who put the show on. Make your way to Lake Street in Avon for the Festival of the Arts today. Tomorrow, you can find everything, free admission to make it there, but you might find that purchase for your home or as a gift for someone, and discuss with them their shipping details. You don't have to leave with everything and try to wobble back to your car with like something large scale. The help is there for you. But yeah, lots to discover around town today. We're going to go back to Beaver Creek and see what's happening with Bratzo. And this very same art festival, Bratzo, normally happens in Beaver Creek, but with them being in Avon, it leaves room for other things to be happening in Beaver Creek. What are you finding?
I find that they just opened a coffee shop like that. So I'm walking towards the Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea Company. I'm waiting also for Kevin. We're gonna be talking about another crazy race that happens here, the Trans Mountain race, and figure out what these amazing athletes are doing. But oh, I wish you guys could smell this. Look at this, happy people, full of people. How are you, sir? We're live from a Vail Daily Live show. People was not expecting me to do that and put him on the spot. But yeah, the coffee shop is open, and the next time you see me, I'm probably going to be a little bit more awake and sharper.
All right, very good. Thank you, Bratzo. He's going to find coffee. We're going to see if we can score a conversation with the manager of the Vail Mountain Coffee there in Beaver Creek. But if you're headed to Beaver Creek and you're wondering about events and things that are going on, there's posted signs around. There's digital boards letting you know that as well. But I had the opportunity to speak with some Beaver Creek staff to share with us some of the events and some of the themes around Beaver Creek. Let's take a look. Hey, this is Ty Diaz with Vail Daily Live in Beaver Creek, and I'm standing with Sarah of Beaver Creek. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Ty?
Doing great. I wish I had a cup just like yours to go with all the events that are happening in Beaver Creek. And that's what we're going to share with you, events in Beaver Creek right now. So
That's
what's
right.
going on?
We have a lot going on. So this summer we have activities 7 days a week. You can start off your day with fitness. We've got yoga from 9 to 10 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's just right on the rink. So bring your mat, come on over for some namaste to start off your morning.
Coming to Beaver Creek and you're wondering what to do as a group, as a couple, as a family, Beaver Creek has weekly events. Maybe we can go through some different days of the week.
Absolutely. So we've got live music every Wednesday and Friday. That's from 4 to 6 on the rink stage. All of these activities are open to the public, free, non-ticketed. So just come by after a great day of hiking or mini golf at the base, and everything's just available. And then we've got Thursday. This is a lot of fun. We just launched this summer. It's called Thursday Night Move and Groove.
Ooh, what's that about?
So we have a different band each week. It's going to be, again, on the rink stage. So different genres of music. It could be country music one week or swing music one week. And we have dance instructors. So you can bring the whole family, kick up your heels, and learn some new moves.
You've been looking for one, a dance instructor. You can find it in Beaver Creek. The families are discovering Beaver Creek, and that's pretty much what Beaver Creek's about. It's family friendly and family oriented out here, and plenty to do for every age member of the family.
Definitely. From the kids, running around playing games. We just saw some kids playing shuffleboard on the rink,
We
or ping
did.
pong, and we've got slackline this year. So no shortage of family activities, like you said, for all ages.
And part of the activity is moving to the next location that has another feature. Speaking of features, something kind of new this year, we're looking at open container, but I believe there's a phrase called CCA. That term means?
Common consumption area. So you'll see these cups around the village. So this is something new that we launched actually last summer. So if you walk into any of the participating restaurants in Beaver Creek Village, order a drink if you're over 21, and you'll get one of these logo cups that has the CCA logo and the restaurant on the other side. And then you can walk around the village and enjoy your drink. So if your kids are playing on the rink or you just want to stroll around the plaza, this is a great way to walk around and enjoy your drink at the same time.
This availability is different in Beaver Creek than how it is in town or at Vail or in Avon.
Right.
What is the difference?
So the difference is this will stay in effect. A lot of other resort towns and communities started this last summer during COVID, but this will stay in effect. So winter or summer, year round, you'll be able to get your cup and stroll around the plaza.
We've asked for this for a very long time, and now it's available in Beaver Creek. The weekly events for you and the family to get out and enjoy, you can find that on beavercreek.com/events.
That's right.
And to find out more about CCA, the common consumption areas in Beaver Creek, and getting your designated cup, log on to the very same website. Sarah, I thank you very much.
Thanks, Ty. Great to see you.
You are watching Vail Daily Live. Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. Yes, you can pretty much find the Beaver Creek staff there, the uniform, the ticket office, and you'll find their events calendar listed there. You can log on to Beaver Creek's website, beavercreek.com, find their daily activities, look at their entire concert lineup. You'll also find on their website the images on your smart device too, how to catch the bus, how to get in and out of Beaver Creek free from village to village. And you can find out dining, you can find the deals, you can find movies and concerts, free activities for the entire family just by visiting a website or just making your way to Beaver Creek and exploring today. Are you heading out today? Are you doing a little exploring, but you need that one certain something? And what was it exactly? Sunglasses for the day. Let's do the lens of the day, brought to you by the eyepieces of Vail, the art of vision. And I've selected today the EV0 Blade. And that's this glasses right here. Very lightweight, flexible technology right here. Durable, and what they're saying here, this is from Oakley. It's a lightweight sports shield with a prism road lens. They're saying that this is ideal for bright conditions on all open roads, great for biking, great for running, great for driving. And we've seen those sunny days out there, especially early in the morning. We could be driving into the sun, but this is also the look to have out there for protection with your eyes for your activity. If this creating a lot of wind, if you're out there on those razors, on those dirt roads, this could be something very helpful to kind of deflect some of the debris in the air, dirt being kicked up, bugs. If you're out there, always consider that. Stop by Eyepieces today, the art of vision, any of their locations up and down the valley from Edwards to Beaver Creek, Lions Head, Vail Village, and find some protective designer looking wear for you and your day and your experience while you're out there. You can also make an appointment to do your prescription and your glasses. Something like this, perhaps with a 24-hour turnaround. Don't be afraid to ask questions when you get inside there. And again, the lens of the day is the EV0 Blade, brought to you by the Eyepieces of Vail, the art of vision. All right, plenty happening on the show. We have a lot of art conversation going on down in Avon. We've checked in with Bratzo a few times, but Emma, you're sharing with me what else is going on?
Yeah, let's look at some user content.
All right, so what we're going to do now, I imagine we're going to check out what you've submitted to us on Instagram, hashtag Vail Daily Live. If you have something cute that you'd like to share with us, or maybe it's something as simple that we all walk by, nature, wildflowers. We'd like to see what you capture. We love sharing these views. And here we are looking at a submission, and there's how to do so on Instagram, hashtag Vail Daily Live. This is a scene in Eagleville, right outside of the studios on the other side of the interstate. We're facing it. That is pickleball. You can pick up a drop-in game, bring your paddle. I'm not sure if they have it there, or is it called a racket, and do some pickleball. Today, taking something new while getting outside and exercising and shaking off, sweating off, running off that COVID weight that a lot of us have put on. I was just sharing with Emma that I'm 200 pounds now. It's my own fault. Yeah, it is. It was a seltzer summer last summer. That's why I never made it to the waterfalls. I was too busy having one in a glass. Speaking of waterfalls, this one is submitted from Piney River Waterfall Picture. And that's where Meredith is today. She was going to try to chime in onto the show and share with us some fun things that are happening out there, and also testing the technology with Vail Daily Live to see if we can do segments from there live. But we're also looking at your submissions. This one, let's see. Emma believes that this was submitted by Taylor Lords, and well, I just gave her a new last name. It's Taylor DST. You believe this to be a submission about the rodeo?
Yeah. Well, it's also the caption said her birthday.
Oh, and it was her 21st birthday, and this came in when? Happy birthday to you, Taylor. Last week. Happy birthday to you, 21. All right, that was fun. This one, if you're just tuning in, you're probably wondering what we're sharing with you. Just large mushrooms, not from Jurassic Park. It's actually found around here. Though back in the early days of this area, it was kind of Jurassic Park because the dinosaurs roamed around here. They're no longer with us, but the size of the mushrooms can be found. So that could be either the porcini or the bole mushrooms. Very popular, and you can eat those. You can find them at the restaurants. You can buy them at some of the farmers markets if they're for sale, or if you have some friends that found them. Don't pay the ticket price. Haggle a little bit and score some deals on some mushrooms right there. More viewer submission content. This one is part of the family fun fair you said there. And that looks like Beaver Creek. And so it's an opportunity for the kids and even mom and dad to learn something, birds of prey, and some of what lives around here on the winged side. And you can talk to some of the education people there about what they have in their hands. They'll give you a little bit about the species and how they survive, and you can take pictures, and it just makes your entire time here in Beaver Creek and the area, especially when they're having features like this, just fun and educational, walking away from after your vacation with the whole family is just enriched and that much more thankful for your experiences. This is a submission from Rodney Travis. He watches Vail Daily Live every day. Thank you again, Rodney. Chimes in our chat box, but also enjoys the coffee with us. And so he went to the Vail Mountain Coffee, as you can see here, and had a package sent to himself and in the Carolinas. And then he shows back to us the mug that he purchased, the gray one. We have the red one here. And you can do the same thing. Share the gift of Vail Mountain Coffee with your family and friends. You can order online. Bratzo is there in Beaver Creek. You can shop directly from the store. And while you're there, enjoy their new seating area outside and enjoy what they have to offer on the beer side, the chocolate chip cookie side, the coffee and tea side, and just on the view and the gift side. And that was also a picture of Rodney Travis's cat in there. And the cat is named after Shaika of Shaika Gramshammer of Pepe's Restaurant at Vail, and we look forward to seeing what you would care to share with us on Vail Daily Live, as well as you interacting with us live as well. All right, Emma, what would you like to do now in this part of the show?
Let's go say hi to Charli.
We're going to go back to Charli in Avon. She's doing a great job making friends in the morning time, but even looking around, I mean, the park looks beautiful there. You know, what's going on in your world in that scenery? Paint a picture for us.
Well, right behind me is Nottingham Park, and it's not got many people awake at the minute, but we have had a few runners, people jogging on this brisk morning, but the sun is trying to poke out. It is starting to warm up, but it's just a really cool vibe down here. Like I said earlier, you know, the protocols they have behind each of the stands really keeps it clean and refined and makes everything look like you're visiting miniature galleries. So you just walk down the Lake Street and it's just gallery after gallery, and honestly the work here, it's all so different. I've never seen anything quite like it, you know, from the sculptures by Scott Gerber and then the glass by Diane. And then we just met with Brian. His work definitely captured my eye because he does all the calligraphy, he does the woodwork, he does the art, he does, you know, the script, the music pieces, everything that he does is just beautiful. So I actually ended up just buying 2 pieces from him, and he gave me a great deal, so that was great. But yeah, you just walk down the street and then you can head to the park, maybe have a picnic, bring the family down. It's going to be a great day, and the sun's going to come out more and more, and no rain, so that's fantastic.
So being outside right now, we're seeing the haze in the atmosphere. How would you say the breathing quality is where you are, so that people at home could know how to prepare to be outside exposed to those elements today?
Yeah, great, Ty. Great idea. For me, I feel no different. I feel it's perfectly fine to breathe. It's not that hazy. Actually, it feels like it's lifting as the morning goes by. And plenty of people were running, so it seems to not be phasing too many people. But I would still bring a jacket. I've taken my jacket off, but it's cold. For me, maybe for some people it's not. But I would bring a light jacket this morning, and then you can ditch it during the day, I'm sure, as it warms up today.
Yes, that hazy atmosphere is challenging for some sensitive people out there. You might feel that chalkiness in your palate, more of a drier mouth, or however your experience might be. For me, I'm a contact lens wearing person. I can feel a little bit of the burning in my eyes. For all of you at home, bring your face mask with you, wear it to be protected out there on that air quality. And of course, ration your exposure to being outside and inside. Pay attention to your health while you're here, just enjoying your time out there. We thank you very much, Charli. We're going to continue to share with you events around town and getting you prepared to get outside, taking in your visit with us here in Avon, Vail, Beaver Creek. You can catch the farmers market in Minturn today as well, absolutely free. You can find the merchants there. You can find Grammy's Jams over there. You could pick up some clothing. There's a climbing wall, things for kids to do. It's absolutely free. And that event, the Minturn Farmers Market, kicks off in just over 30 minutes at 9 o'clock. Wraps up at about 2, but you also get to take in Minturn at the same time and enjoy some of the local parks and the rivers right there. And a little further down in Minturn, you'll find the bike park, little beach park. We share with you all the time about movies in the park and concerts in the park down there, things to do. And you can discover Minturn on foot because it is a town, and you can just walk it on the sidewalks. Some of the local businesses there, consignment, find some deals, some Colorado styles to bring back home, like Holy Toledo taking some ribs at Kirby Cosmos. Yeah, there's a lot of great ideas to take in out there. But speaking of great ideas, some of them come into fruition. And we're talking about the expansion of Beaver Creek. Now, we've known this mountain for years. You and your family have ridden that chairlift for those family talks on a slow 2-chair. Then they create these improvements and they put in a 4-pack chair, a 6-pack chair, and speed things up. As that happens, more people converge on the mountain. So why not take more of the mountain in and discover it more? We're expanding McCoy Park right now, adding some new teaching terrain, some new chairlifts. Let's take a look at what that's all about.
Let's get a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
In.
1, 2, 3.
So here we are on July 1st, and this is the first day that we are able to access McCoy Park following the wildlife closure. And there has been a lot of time and energy put into the planning process for this project. This is 250 acres, 2 quad lifts, a warming hut, restrooms, as well as 17 trails that are going into McCoy Park. We did a little bit of work at the close of the winter season, tower assemblies, shiv assemblies, a lot of stuff, anything they could sort of stage and work on outside of the wildlife closure. So yes, a tight timeline and a lot of work and commitment and many, many hours have already gone into the planning of this project so that we are ready to go first thing this morning and start executing.
Eagle Holy Cross Ranger District, part of the bigger White River National Forest, is the most visited national forest in the country. Certainly our summer and year-round visitation contributes to that, but the bulk of it comes from our ski areas, bringing in millions of visitors during the winter, really year-round, but of course primarily during ski season. And so areas like McCoy Park here at Beaver Creek, where we're groundbreaking the project today, adds to additional opportunities for everyone that loves to come to the White River and experience world-class recreation experiences.
Gear up for your next mountain adventure with
At Beaver Creek, the extraordinary awaits everywhere you look, in every shared adventure, every breathtaking view, and every discovery. It's where attention to every last detail transforms moments into lasting memories, so your mountain getaway dreams can all come true. Come experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services for real estate. Where do we begin? For checklists and for wish lists. For tour after tour after tour. For is this the one? Or let's just see one more. For closing. Finally closing. Your forever agent will be there for all of it. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
We're for fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Come and watch me.
Greetings, everyone. This is Sean Naylor with the Vail Daily, and this is how you make a smoked salmon short. First, you speak very softly. Second, you make the video short. Third, turn down that nasty metal music and play some smooth waltz. Perhaps even change the tint to noir. Yeah, that's better. You take a salmon and you coat it with honey and a little bit of salt. And then some ginger, some lemon, and some parsley. And you put it in the smoker, 175 for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Salmon can be delicate. It's a sensitive fish. But with the right amount of tender love and care, what you end up with is a juicy, delicious smoked salmon. This is Sean Naylor with the Vail Daily. Thank you for watching my smoked salmon short.
Welcome to the Vail Daily Live. My name is Ty Diaz. Thanks for tuning in with us. The salmon looks good. Playing tennis looks like fun. You don't have to be a great tennis player, but to look good out there. And so we just shared with you that video before the On the Grill with Sean Naylor, some outfits from the outlets of Silverthorne. Here's an opportunity to do a little shopping right now called Saturday Steals, featuring Trisha Swenson. Let's take a look here. We're looking at the deals that you can find over at Outlets of Silverthorne. Trisha Swenson, she is wearing an all-American look. She's playing golf right there. She looks really happy to be driving this golf cart. Is that Eagleville? It could be Eagleville.
I think it's the in
Trisha Swenson's look, it's a mesh polo dress accompanied by a fanny pack to hold the golf balls and tees. She's also wearing a polo cap, as you can see. Let's see how she does. She looks comfortable. I like that red on red with the fanny pack, black, then the white polo cap right there to keep the sun out of her face. The mesh fabric makes for a cool feeling, all while looking stylish at the same time. Trisha looks comfortable and happy, and I'm sure she plays the full 18. Do we have time to watch the whole thing? Be sure to stop by the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm not talking about the whole commercial. I'm talking about the entire 18 holes of golf. Stop by the Outlet Silverthorne, and find out about their Saturday steals. You can also find the great savings by stopping by the information center or any of the retail locations to get your savings. Ask the service staff there about that. But while you're in there, you'll also find sales racks at most of the shopping locations there for additional savings. But again, the all-American look Polo Ralph Lauren, located in the Blue Village at the Outlets of Silverthorne. Polo VIP savings card offer, 25% off your purchase of $200 or more. That was fun.
Outlets at Silverthorne are located 30 miles east of Vail, I-70, exit 205.
I'm wearing Alice in Silverthorne myself right now. So what'd you think of that? So plenty to do from not just even here in Eagle County, but you can make your way over to the outlets, do a little shopping today. And if you feel up to it, you can try on some of their clothing and shoot video of you checking out the Outlets of Silverthorne and send it back to us. We would love to find your Saturday steals that you find for you and your entire family outfitted from those savings and deals there. You know what? Let's do a weather right now. Great idea from the Outlets of Silverthorne. So what you'll find there with the outlets, as we're sharing with you, elevated savings. We're talking about sunshine in the forecast for today. Avon, Beaver Creek looking like that, though we have that film of haze in our atmosphere. Temperatures, our highs for Avon looks like the 70s is what they're calling for. 0 chance of precipitation. Is that what they're saying? There it is. Wind speed at time, 4 miles per hour. You'll find that southeast, reaching gusts upwards of 8 miles per hour. But the morning started off in the mid to upper 40s. Tonight, the mid 40s for those cooler evening, nice drift off, sleeping temperatures. As we roll through tomorrow and the next few days, we're in the weekend now, Saturday, that's today, August 7th, in case you're wondering, keeping sunshine in the forecast for Sunday. There's that rise by an entire 10-degree difference, the 80s we're going to find now. Overnight low temperatures still holding all week long in the 40s, but they're saying clearer throughout the day, 0 chance of precipitation, keeping the 80s and sunny for our Monday, our Tuesday, and Wednesday, and keeping those clearer chances there as well. And that's your weather. A brief look at it from the outlets at Silverthorne. Elevated savings. We're supposed to have a conversation with Bratzo talking about the Trans Rockies run. Kevin McDonald, Hoda, is supposed to be with Bratzo, and I think they made it. There you go, Kevin. Did you come across Cottonwood Pass to get here? We've been waiting.
Yeah, I know. I lots of stuff going on here. The last day, so lots of logistics going on here. But we're here at the finish line in Beaver Creek. We're pumped to see the runners finish their 6-day journey.
6 days?
6 days.
What kind of crazy, man?
120 miles.
120 miles to the peaks from?
Started in Buena Vista. And then up over Hope Pass, Leadville, Nova Guides, Red Cliff, Vail, and now Beaver Creek.
I was reading about the run, and you guys run through a lot of 14ers, a lot of beautiful views. Why?
It's an adventure of a lifetime. We're camping. We're having a few drinks together. We're eating together. We call it summer camp for big kids. So it's 350 runners, 100 crew members, and it's like a village every day. We move every day, set up 300 tents, feed them. It's a great journey through the Colorado Rockies.
That is awesome. And they finished today?
Yeah, they finished today. So I just came from Vail. I drove from Vail to here. The runners are left Vail, and they'll be running from Vail to Beaver Creek.
That is fantastic, man. How how people can learn a little bit more about your run and how to can participate potentially next year, or even come here and celebrate after today.
Yeah, just go on the website, transrockies.com. Check out the website. We're already actually 90% sold out for next year.
Wow.
Next year is the 15th anniversary. So we started here in Beaver Creek in 2007. The finish line was right behind me. Sorry, the starting line was right behind me in 2007. And next year we'll be finishing here for the 15th anniversary, the first week of August 2022. So
wow.
Come on down to cheer the runners on. They'll be coming in around 11:30 till 5 o'clock today.
That'd be fun. Well, thanks, Kev.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Great, man.
Yeah,
this is awesome. Great race.
All right, cheers.
Take care. Look at that. Look at that.
As you can see, there's so much going on around the valley.
Race the tide next year.
Hey, we could talk about it then. But there's a lot going on in Beaver Creek. Bratzo, you've been there all morning. When did you see all of that development happen? The finish line. No indicators whatsoever. That's magical.
They just happened a second ago, man. These people is moving quick. What an amazing energy. Kevin knows his stuff. They've been doing this for a while. And, that's crazy. Running from Buena Vista all the way to here, 120 miles in altitude. So much fun. Looks like a great event.
All right. Thank you very much, Bratzo, for your time and your reporting from Beaver Creek today. And looking around where Bratzo is, plenty going on in Beaver Creek. And for you, the viewers at home, you can see also, other than the Trans Rocky Run finish line that's happening there, waving to the people there at Beaver Creek. Chairlift rides open at 9:30. Get out there and explore everything as Bratzo shared with you, and that much more, as well as some of the art installations around Beaver Creek. Bratzo, you enjoy the day, sir. I'm sure you're going to do a bike ride with your family. We're going to go down to Avon right now and check in with Charli. Charli, I'm seeing a lot more open vendors and the art festival. I think they're ready to do some business.
Absolutely. I mean, I've already given them some business, bought some artwork, but yeah, we've got such gorgeous stuff on display. I mean, there's so many different things I've never seen before, from sculptures to jewelry to glass art to plate art, and there's lots of animal art. I mean, you can find it all. And even if you don't want to buy any art, just come and take a stroll down Lake Street today and check out the galleries. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. We thank you very much for your time out there, Charli. You and the family enjoy. And thank you all for watching Vail Daily Live this morning. As you can see, there's plenty to do up and down the valley, and you've been following along with the weather as well. So be prepared for what it brings. But enjoy yourself. We'll catch you right back here tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. We'll see you.